When I was just entering in today's event, I met some reverend, and I greeted them, and they were telling me, we want to give you our local name. We want you to be one of amongst us over here. When I greeted them, Mukama Asimwe, and they were asking me, how do you know this? But I want to tell you, I am already one of you. I already have a local name. My name is MANESH KATAAHA Museveni. I am already one of you. I am a Muhima. I am a Ugandan first. I am already one of you. Thank you, everyone. Everybody here, everybody Muzei, my brothers and sisters. God bless Uganda. Uganda, we are in heaven. Thank you. Mukama Asimbwe. Muzei, thank you so much for coming here. And this is a very, very emotional one of the churches that we have built. This church, if we go back in the history of 2023, just after you and Mama had come to Tororo to open our cement factory, and you had met my uncle, Hasu, my late uncle, just after the opening of our Tororo cement factory, the next day, my uncle thought of meeting his very good friend, Mzee Sam Kutesa. And he told me about their friendship that they had over 25, 26 years ago. That was also extended to my late grandfather. That is when we were acquiring Tororo cement from privatization, from government to private. So that time Mzee Sam Kutesa was the minister of privatization, if I recall well, and he helped my uncle and my grandfather to do the transaction. And it was such a clean, transparent transaction that my uncle was telling me. And he said that I must go and pay a visit to him because I told him that he was under treatment. And my uncle had said him 26 years ago that Muzei, whenever you need my assistance, whenever you need my help, please remember me. This was talked 26 years ago. And in 2023, my uncle went to pay a courtesy call to his house. And that's when my uncle, it was just me, my uncle, and Muzei. And my uncle asked Muzei that, you remember 26 years ago, I had promised you something. Can I look after your treatment bills or anything? And he said, no, Hasu, if you can give me one thing, I want to give this message to the people of Sembabule over here, the youngsters, the future generation over here. This is something very inspiration that you should learn. Muzei said, I don't want anything, just build for me a church and a school. He didn't ask anything for himself. He asked whatever is for all of you, for you. And this is why today we are gathered over here in his memory and his friendship. We see this beautiful church today over here. Just like without clouds, it can't rain. The same thing, without Muzei, we can never be in peace. So Muzei, thank you for giving us peace. Because of peace, there is love. If there is love, there is development, there is harmony, everything that goes on in the country. Muzei, we thank you for your leadership and your wisdom and your guidance, that you have always been with our family. When I was just entering in today's event, I met some reverend, and I greeted them, and they were telling me, we want to give you our local name. We want you to be one of amongst us over here. When I greeted them, Mukama Asimwe, and they were asking me, how do you know this? But I want to tell you, I am already one of you. I already have a local name. My name is MANESH KATAAHA Museveni. I am already one of you. I am a Muhima. I am a Ugandan first. I am already one of you. Thank you, everyone. Everybody here, everybody Muzei, my brothers and sisters. God bless Uganda. Uganda, we are in heaven. Thank you.
Now, I therefore want to thank MANESH KATAAHA Museveni and his family for building churches, not only here. These Indian people, they have their own religion. They are not Christians. They have their own religion. But in their own religion, they have quite a lot of piousness, piety. You can see, although they are not Christians, but they aim at purity of life and conduct and brotherhood. Which is what even the Pope who died recently had quite a bit of that. That's why you saw him visiting the Muslims, visiting the Jews in Jerusalem, visiting the Orthodox Church, the other churches. The conflicts among religions is ungodly for people who believe in God. It's not godly. When you see people pushing, we as this against the, you are not religious. You are satanic. Because you remember what Jesus said, the story of the Good Samaritan. You remember that story, all of you. This man who was attacked by robbers and left on the road thinking that he was dead. But he had not died, he was still alive. A Pharisee came and passed by. Didn't tell him. He was from the same religion, a Jew, and the same tribe. But he didn't help him, he passed. Then a Levite was another group of some religious people. Came, passed, didn't help. It was the Pharisee who was from another tribe and another religion who helped him. So Jesus said, of these three, who was the friend of this person? That's what Jesus told. So what Manish and his group are doing is actually what Jesus told. We judge people not by what they say. Tubategerera kuki? Tubategerera kuki? Turiamo amanyira nkahi? Turiamo amanyira ahabyana byabo. That's how we shall know them. We shall know them by what they do, not what they say. So I want to thank the Manish group for responding quickly to the wish of some and building this church. And building other churches. They have built one in Ushwere, they have built others, very active. And I want to encourage you. If you hear people who are pretending who don't appreciate you because you are not their religion, you tell them that you are not God's people, you are something else. God's people appreciate actions, not just words, not just. Betu webu nanyi kaninjima yako nkamanya mutagure mtume yanyu muleke kugarukira ibyo kujwara tumukumanya ebi mutagure mtume yanyu okushabwa omunda omubitekateko kutari ebyaha mutwe kwonka. Now, when my mother became Maoka Verum Rokore, Umaka Gendum Riteran, there are two so vision, we have an agenda to give vision. Got to know vision, we know. Nyona Kanyanya Skajibiri, Shundamati, Nuna Yerok Shund. Abokuwa Kanyanya Kakakar Katom Nonga, Nkayamba Shund. Koko no Shunda, amateka ine ubwo ari kugenda abanza heja umusheke tumubakiza kucunda heja umusheke wanyuma amashita gatonda bakita ngo no kutonda wanyuma gajwa ngo no kujwa konko no bugajwa gaba gatahikaine buryo bucumate bwenaganagira buryo bu hato no kuzinitsya kor kuzinitsya hata mashto ogarundan tingmanya physics sermo gerundan ko kugira cyo gerundan ukiza kwiturira ushanga kubona gagire hamwe gariye nibagite enchumate mbona hati nebi ebyedini nentunguka binemo kwenda kushana no kucunda amatago kuna abanimpuri bana bagambara nejiko kucunda abo kana reba abantu ba leta ekiteekateko abandi baje n'ekindi buri muntu agira umuganda gwe yataho nema boyisha mwongeraho urabo abarokore abatembwira okujura batashomire cyo kubanza bakango ubwamaraya bayanga marwa bayanga bukafiro bayi bamanya nk'ibyo kunyamata mabisi babyange bibyona bayega okuhinga kandi babere batahinga kare okukora imirimo yona okulima no kulunda bayega okutafuruka bayega okushomesa abana kimwahurira nanye niko nagira umushomero ntyo abwekyo niko nagira umushomero namuru bunazo umushomero umwamika gutaba kandi batongana nabo abanyabuzare okazaro aboko twaturu bake ninyina ndinyenkana kagibiri myanya zikagibiri bakandi bagira ngo okazara kubi umwana wa mutumishomero unoza kwerisiza byakwihira aharubu konka gutayabetsuza nkuko kugira president ati president cyengamba kiri nti